Hey guys, my name is Daphne and I'm the creative director here at Tofu Design. We've been using Figma for around 2 to 3 years, and just like you guys, we've also transitioned from Photoshop, Illustrator and Adobe XD. Here are some of the works we've done with Figma. Because Figma has become really popular these days, we wanted to create this series to help you get off the ground. This is a 3-part series, so don't forget to subscribe so you'll know when the next video drops. Today we'll be covering 3 main things: how to create a file, frames and how to use them, and adding text, shapes and images. But don't forget to stay to the end of the video because I'll be dropping a bonus tip. Okay, so this is your Figma dashboard. So let's assume you have already created your account, you've downloaded Figma into your desktop, and this is where you'll likely end up. Up top here, you'll see a blue button here that says Design File. So click into that and rename this to Figma Tests for today. There you go, you have created your new file. Within your Figma board as well, there are a couple of things you can do. The first thing is you can change the color of your page. Head on over here under Page. You can go under light mode, or you can go dark mode, or you can go any color you want. But for today, let's stick to light gray. We've prepared a very simple screen to build upon during the course of this series. Let's paste this to our board. You'll see on your left screen, pages here. So you can rename this to sample, and the function of these pages really is just to help you to categorize your Figma board. Assuming you have a project, you can create several different versions here under pages and keep everything really organized. So that's really what the function of pages are. Now you have your sample here, let's click plus and create a new page and let's name it working file. In your working file now, you can start recreating this sample here. Let's go into frames. So right here in this hashtag looking icon, click into that and you'll see frame, or you can press F as well. And you'll see on the right side here, there is a ton of presets that Figma has provided. So you have phone, you'll have tablet, desktop, presentation, and even Apple Watch. But for today, we will be using the iPhone 14 Pro Max size. So just click into it and this will pop up. Rename this to maybe onboarding 1. A quick kind of tip, I guess, will be to always try to rename your layers just to keep really organized. I'm not really good at it as well, so let's keep each other accountable. Now that we've got our frame, let's add our image. So you can see here, there's a background image. There are many different ways that you can add your image. I'll just show you a method that we like to use. Next to the frame, you'll have a shape tool. Inside the shape tool, you'll have a ton of other shapes like lines, arrows, and stuff like that. But today we'll just use rectangle. Drag and trace over your entire frame. Under fill, click this square and you'll have solid, gradient, and image. So for this purpose, we'll be going to image. Hover over here and click choose image. Select the image you want and you'll have it right over here. Okay, so that was easy, right? Now we will move on to adding text. For text, similarly, up here there's a text tool, or you can click T and then select anywhere on the frame, type your text here. So this is a header example. To resize that to 40 and maybe make it semi-bold. Center align it and you can squeeze this and there you go, you have your header. For your body text, you can just duplicate this layer. So to duplicate, it's Alternate D for Windows and Command D for Mac. You can hold Shift and drag it down, otherwise it will be moving all around. And you can just paste your body text in here. So sometimes Figma actually automatically reads the body text settings if you paste it from a different board. But if it doesn't, you can just change your settings here. Make sure it's all aligned, and then let's group this layer together as well. So that's Alternate G or Command G, and then let's change this to text. And also let's not forget to rename this to image as well. Okay, so we are almost there. Now, if you feel like the background and the text doesn't have really good contrast, you can add a layer on your image. In your image layer, go to Fill, press plus, and automatically you'll get this overlay here. So you can actually change the color of the overlay, or you can just reduce the opacity here. Right away, you'll see that it has improved the legibility of this header here. So that's a really quick tip. The next thing we need to do is your button. So in this sample, we have the ghost button. So let's replicate this here. For buttons, we will advise to use frames to create them. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a bit. For frames, just drag that out a little bit and then you can resize the height here. Let's go with 72 because that's like a average button height for mobile. You can just resize that a little bit, center that into your onboarding one frame. On your corner radius, push that all the way to 100 to maximize the full width, and it'll give you like a really nice rounded rectangle. Now you can just remove the fill and add your stroke instead, and then here change that to white. So even in your stroke, you can change whether you want it to be centered, inside or outside, and even the stroke width as well. But for today, it'll just be 1. Now for the text, same shortcut, T, enter anywhere inside and type in button text. Without clicking anything else, you just need to center a line and it will read the entire container of the frame. So that's really why the frame is better than a rectangle. Let me just show you what that looks like. So select your rectangle tool, again 72 for this, and you can push this 100. If you want to copy the button text over, you can see that it doesn't actually read, and then you have to drag this over here, and you may even need to rearrange your layers. If it's not centered, you have to select both of the layers together and then align it to center. So there are a lot of like steps to it, which can be very finicky in your workflow. So a frame is always a better idea in this case. Now let's do the primary button. So it's the same thing, duplicate it, shift, hold and drag it down. Let's remove the stroke, add your fill. To get the exact color without ink dropping, hold alternate or command. You will select the exact asset that you want, copy the color here, paste it in here. And then button text, you can just change that to black. And there you have it. You have created your first Figma file. Did you know that frames can actually function as a mask? Let me just show you what I mean. Within our layers, one of the reasons why we actually separate our image layer from the frame is mostly because of this as well. So you have a lot more flexibility to manipulate the layer, and it allows you to really change the shape or even the size of it, compared to if you just click your image background into the frame itself. So let me show you what I mean, okay? So in your image layer, you can actually scale this proportionately in 2 ways. So one is you hold shift, drag it, or you just hit K and you'll see that your arrow changes into like this double arrow icon thing. And then you don't have to like press anything else. All you need to do is just drag it and it will scale proportionately. Let's just scale this, and then you can see that now the image is bleeding out of the frame. So let me click into the frame itself and you'll see this clip content. So if you unclip it, you'll see that it bleeds entirely out of it, but if you clip it, it will mask nicely into that frame. Let me just show you one more thing that you can do with frames. Let's just make this into a square, max this out to like 1000 so that you get a nice circle. Click the image layer, paste it into the frame, unclip it, you can see that it's actually bleeding out, and then clip it back, it's a circle. So there you go. And that's it for part 1. In part 2, we'll be talking about auto layout, components, and variants, and this is where the fun is really at. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next slide. Bye!